arch behind me. You can see it all cleared off. No more antennas or radar or solar. All done. So the goal is to take our arch here and put truck bed paint all over it on the arch. So that will be painted, I think, tonight, hopefully. Wind is kicked up a lot, so we'll see. We don't want stuff sticking to it. But the goal is to get that done this evening when Matt is done with work. But in the meantime, I am working on, in here, I've got my little office set up. So here we have all of the hardware for the arch, and it's pretty old and nasty and dirty. So my job today is to go through and clean out all of the hardware so that it's all in good condition. And Matt's gonna have to make new shims probably because these are in rough shape. But here there's a plate, and then there's these two things that hold the lights, and because there's lights that come down from the solar arch into the cockpit or whatever. So this is one of the plates that's like a backing plate on there, and it's in pretty rough shape. So I took the sander to this side. It looks like, I think it looks a lot better. I mean, I went a little too low in some areas, business as usual for me. I'm learning with even on the sides I went a little too low. If there's a chip on my own nails, I pick it all off. There's nothing left. This is exactly what they look like. Well, when I've picked everything off and don't have anything on it. But either way, I am very particular about a clean slate. So I'm supposed to prep this for primer, the same primer that is currently on the arch. And then we're gonna put the same gray paint on this as well. But the only issue with, well, there's so many issues, but with all of it, is that I can't stand, there's just I can feel just a little bit of it. Like this, you can't feel anything like separate. You don't feel like any of the white part, but then you get over here and you can feel some of it, but it's not a lot. And we're putting textured paint on there, so I need to remember that because I think I kind of overdid more than I needed to, especially like there and there. But oh well, you know, I'm learning. So I will go back and do this side. All of these things, if they have an arrow or something like that, or some kind of direction, like this one says port forward, it's because we needed that to know which way to put them back in. So I'm not sure how we're gonna do it without losing that. So I'll have to really figure that out and play with that. But this one I know for sure has an arrow this way. So I think for right now I'll sand around it for the most part. You can see it used to be like this eggshell or whatever, the color of the boat, which is not gonna be forever. And then looks like it was obviously coming and, you know, chipping or whatever. So then they just went ahead, kind of like what we're doing, and repainted it, but over the top of it. So then you can see there's white over the top of it. So yeah, I mean, this is not our long-term solution. This is our get us through a couple years solution. our hope is, or eventually what we'll do is probably at the time we do all of the rigging, the standing rigging, and probably the running as well. We haven't already redone it, but kind of goes hand in hand. But when we replace all the rigging before we head offshore, we will take this off as well and have this sent over and sandblasted and powder coated, just so that we don't have to worry about it going forward. But for right now, this is kind of what we got. So we're gonna make the best of it, and I mean, maybe this truck paint bed stuff will work and last longer than we thought, and it'll be a less temporary solution than we are anticipating. So here we are, we've got this side that I already did, and then I just did this side, and I think it's okay. I just tried hard to get the edges that were lifting really good. So I think this one is probably a little bit better. I didn't really oversand like I did the other one. So I guess we'll see. Fingers crossed. Alright, so here we are with the down lights that go on the arch that light up our swim platform. And these old lights need to come out, so I'm going to unscrew those out so they're just the plates. And then once I get that, then I can sand them and get them really good and sanded. That's not good. And then so that they look like this, so that we can primer them. And then as soon as I get all of these 3 parts sanded, then I will figure out a way to paint them, because I have to paint both sides. So we were thinking maybe I could like undo one of these and hang it somehow to be able to paint both sides. So guess we'll see what actually ends up happening. But for right now, I'm gonna just take out the hardware, the old whatever, and it's not hardware, but the old lights, and because those are no good. And then well, I don't know if they're no good, but we're getting something different. So we'll take those out and then sand that for right now. So yeah, wish me luck. Got these sanded, alcohol wiped down real good, and now I need to put primer on them. So I hung them so I could do both sides. So we've got that side. Looks a lot because I really got in there with the, but it's just down to the bare metal. So yeah, now I will get ready to paint and do that. Get them primed. Alright, so I've got all 3 of these now sanded and primered. So now they're just drying. Both sides are all done. And then now they're ready for the gray truck bed paint that's going on the arch to also be put on these for a nice finish. So yeah, we're moving right along. Now I have to do all of the hardware, clean all of that. I've got some lubricant stuff there and a wire brush, and I'm gonna clean all of the hardware up so it's in good shape and ready for butyl tape and installation. So thanks. We're moving right along.
All right, here we are painting the arch. We've got it mounted up, hanging suspended from the deck so we can get all sides of it. This is the first coat. We used like a bed liner, excuse me, a bed liner type material. Got Dad helping out. We're doing some of these panels, access hatches for different instruments, getting mounted on those. But yeah, I didn't love it at first, but it's growing on me. This is what we used. Duraback. Duraback 18. And I think we got the light gray. Maybe it's just gray. But it went on really fast. We're gonna let it dry and do a second coat here. Like I said, didn't love it at first, but it's growing on me. You can definitely see the texture in it. So yeah.
All right, so here we bought this Tempur-Pedic 3-inch pad online, mattress pad online. Has a cover. But when we put it on the V-berth, these are the V-berth cushions, you can see it's got a lot of overlap. So what we're doing now is, while we're here in Matthew's parents' garage and have the space, we're marking it, and then we're going to take this red cutting knife and cut it. So yeah, so right now we're just marking up the cushions, and then yeah, then we'll just make those 2 cuts and just take our extra with us, or take our pieces with us. I don't know what we're gonna do with the extra, but either way, yeah, it'll be good that we will have a pad that fits our bed, actually, because it was kind of a pain because it didn't fit. So marking it now, and then we'll voiding the warranty right now as we speak. Yeah, bye warranty. Oh well, it's really comfy pad.
Yeah,
we're not getting rid of it. So yeah, perfect. Yeah, we tested it out for like a week or 2 before we decided to cut it, just to make sure that we liked it and we love it and we want it. So now we're making it fit. All right, so here it is, all cut out in the shape of our V-berth. Now we want to put the protective cover on it, and I have some safety pins to kind of tie, like twist and tie up and gather the extra, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, that's the next hurdle.
Alright, so when we cut off the 2 edges to make the triangle for the V-berth, we have these flaps that we folding over, and now Devin is safety pinning them together. So it's like a little mummy. So here we are at the marina for the first time with both girls.
Hey, Space.
Rizzo, Executive Explorer, and the Navigator. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss an episode.